Imagine this. You're home alone when a sudden noise shatters the silence. Footsteps. Your heart races. But then, a deep rumbling growl cuts through the air. A sound that says, "Not today, intruder." Now, here's the million-dollar question. If that growl came from a Rottweiler or a Rhodesian Ridgeback, which one would send chills down a would-be intruder's spine? Stick around, because we're about to put these two canine titans to the ultimate test. One's built like a tank with a bite to match. The other's an African lion hunter with lightning-fast instincts. Who's the ultimate protector? Let's find out. First, let's meet our contenders. In the blue corner, the Rottweiler, a dog with roots in ancient Rome, originally bred to protect livestock and march alongside legions. These dogs are basically furry gladiators. Stocky, muscular, and with a bite force of 328 psi, that's like getting chomped by a living bear trap. In the red corner, the Rhodesian Ridgeback, a lean, mean, lion-hunting machine hailing from Africa. This dog isn't just a pretty face with a cool ridge on its back. Ridgebacks were bred to track and confront lions. Yes, lions. Suddenly, that neighborhood burglar doesn't seem so scary. Now, let's break down the protection game, starting with aggression versus discernment. The Rottweiler has a reputation that makes Hollywood villains look friendly. But here's the twist. Rotties aren't mindless brutes. They're incredibly intelligent, highly trainable, and surprisingly discerning. When properly raised, they don't just react, they assess. An intruder breaking a window in the middle of the night? Game on. The Rottweiler will switch into protector mode with laser focus, using their strength and presence to neutralize the threat. But when Grandma comes over for a visit, expect a slobbery welcome committee and a tail wagging like a windshield wiper on turbo speed. It's this ability to distinguish between danger and friendly faces that makes Rottweilers such exceptional family guardians. Meanwhile, the Ridgeback is more like the silent, calculating detective. Unlike the Rottweiler, Ridgebacks don't feel the need to broadcast their presence. They're naturally aloof with strangers, but don't bark unless there's a real reason. If a Ridgeback growls, something is seriously off. Their protective instincts run deep, but they don't rely on brute strength or intimidation. Instead, Ridgebacks use their keen observational skills and lightning-fast reflexes to evaluate threats. If they decide to act, they won't go full berserker like a Rottweiler. They'll stalk, corner, and control the situation with surgical precision. Think Batman versus the Hulk. The Ridgeback uses strategy and stealth, while the Rottie dominates with raw power and presence. This distinction becomes even more evident in real-world protection scenarios. A Rottweiler's physical presence alone can act as a deterrent. Their broad chest, blocky head, and intense stare scream, "You shall not pass." Intruders often second-guess themselves the moment they hear that deep, resonant bark. Rotties are the kind of dogs that stand their ground and, when necessary, take action with unyielding courage. The Ridgeback, on the other hand, doesn't rely on intimidation. Their confidence is quieter but no less effective. Ridgebacks were bred to track lions in Africa, and that hunting heritage makes them exceptional at reading body language and spotting potential danger. They won't lunge or bark unless it's absolutely necessary. But when they do act, it's swift and decisive. Speaking of training, here's where things get interesting. Rottweilers love having a job. Tell a Rottie to guard the house, and they'll clock in like a security guard with a master's degree and get off my lawn. Their eagerness to work, combined with high intelligence and loyalty, makes them highly trainable when given firm, consistent guidance. But leave a Rottie untrained, and they might decide the neighbor's cat is an international threat or that every delivery person is a potential spy. Structured training, early socialization, and clear boundaries are key to turning this powerhouse into a disciplined protector rather than a four-legged detective with a suspicious mind. Ridgebacks, on the other hand, are the independent thinkers of the canine world. Training them requires Jedi-level patience and a good sense of humor. These dogs were bred to track and confront lions without waiting for human instructions. So sit or stay might be met with a raised eyebrow and a look that says, "I'll consider it if it benefits me." Consistency, positive reinforcement, and a bit of creativity go a long way with Ridgebacks. They need to understand why a command matters before they decide to follow it. Now, let's talk bite force. The Rottweiler's jaws are no joke. With a bone-crushing 328 psi, pounds per square inch, this dog can easily turn a threat into a regrettable decision. That level of bite force makes the Rottie one of the most formidable protection dogs in the world. It's like having a living, breathing security system with a turbocharged no trespassing feature. Ridgebacks, meanwhile, don't rely on brute strength. Their bite force is significantly lower than the Rottweilers, but here's the catch. Ridgebacks don't need overwhelming power. They rely on strategy and speed. These dogs were built to outmaneuver lions, using their agility and quick thinking to stay one step ahead of danger. In a showdown, the Rottweiler might overpower with sheer force, but the Ridgeback could easily outsmart and outmaneuver its opponent. So, when it comes to choosing between these two, think about what kind of guardian fits your lifestyle. Do you want a powerhouse protector who takes commands like a disciplined soldier? Go with the Rottweiler. Or do you prefer a stealthy strategist who thinks for themselves and reacts to threats with calculated precision? The Ridgeback might be your perfect match. Which protector would you trust to guard your home? Let us know in the comments, Team Rottie or Team Ridgeback. At the end of the day, both breeds bring courage, loyalty, and intelligence to the table.